A final example will be this, which is Atlanta United. This is an MLS team, and because most of the teachers are going to be watching this are going to be American, I thought it was going to be a lot easier to explain this and a lot more interesting to some people watching this because of the fact that this is an American team. Now, in comparison to the other formations we've seen, Atlanta United, they won the MLS Cup, and they won it in a way that their football, the way they played football, is very entertaining. They played very fluid, and because as I said before, the term fluid in terms of like how the formations change. So, like Liverpool and Man City, they have a very fluid formation in terms of how they win the ball back. They also are very similar to Dortmund and Frankfurt, the last example we looked at, in the sense that they score goals based on receiving the ball very deep. And the way they do that is they also, like Dortmund and Frankfurt, they have very fast attacking, instead of attacking 3, attacking 2 players, which get all their goals. Now, the way they do it is, again, they have a back 5, so in terms of they have 5 defenders, and this time instead of 4. But they, like to the other ones, they have 3 in midfield. These 5, once they retain possession, right, so they take the pressure off the other team, they win possession back. These 2, which used to be defenders, why am I saying this is very fluid? These 2, which used to be defenders, push up and down depending on whether they have the ball or not. This creates a very fluid structure due to the fact that from 5 defenders, it can become 3 defenders, and from 3 midfielders, it can become 5 midfielders. And this creates a lot of room for these 2 guys to operate and to score their goals that they need to. Why this is also fluid and why this is also a very successful formation and a very entertaining formation is that these 3 guys in the middle, rotate quite frequently to create spaces to receive the ball in order to benefit. So these guys don't only go up to here, these 2 defenders here don't only go up to here, they could even play as almost attacking players, and that's what causes it to be very, very fluid. If they stay back, these midfielders, if they want, can push up, which changes the whole dynamic and the whole structure of the team, which allows these 2 guys up front to have different options every time the team receives the ball. They have different options in different ways that they could score a goal. So if, let's say, a team plays in a certain way, they can easily they're very fluid, so they can easily change their formation to suit a certain type or certain type of football in order to get the win. Which is why Atlanta United's formation is very successful in comparison to like the other ones that we've seen that use specific tactics that allow them to get the goals, which at the end, obviously, like I said, these 2 guys end up usually scoring, which then allows the team to win.